It's just a great idea for you to say, oh, well, maybe you might want Avenite or PaperStone. Yeah, but I wish it would match the tile. Hey, I could match the tile and do an inlay. These are all things you can offer to your clients. GFRC, though, not that $3 a bag stuff of concrete. Don't try that. Try to get with a reputable brand that has, I like GFRC. I buy the precast kit from Shorecrete. I like it's all mixed in there, the fibers, and I learned a lot of that. But if you actually want to see things and you're getting tired of hearing my voice in your headphones, just go on to YouTube. Watch the videos on concrete. You'll see all little ideas and create your own. Don't try to do what I did. Learn from me. Learn from our videos of what we're showing you, and then express yourself. Be a better you. We got enough duplicates in the world. Be better than me. Okay? And then I'm going to try to be better than you. But we're going to be friendly doing this. Let's help each other. Like, hey, Gene, I found out a better way to stick the glass. Hey, I found a better mold release. Let's be friends. We'll chat in the comments. We're just this thing of ours. Come in. Come on in. Join us, man. But I was confident with my practicing, and I added to my material portfolio, and then I really drew even more attention. Oh my God, the requests were nuts. After about 50 vanity tops, I started thinking bar tops. Of course, there I go again. There's a saying in the industry, and I have to say is true for me. You butcher your first countertop creation, and then you learn. You learn the right way. My first concrete and epoxy jobs, looking back, I think they sucked. But I learned. Even though the customer was happy for them, right now I'd be like, I could have got that bubble out with the torch or something. I just have that. I'm probably my own worst critic. If you're an artist or a creative like me, you're probably going to say that too. You're your own worst critic. Everyone loves your work and you're not even done yet. I get it. I've been there. I should have just gave the customers of them jobs $3,000 to go somewhere else, and I would have still been financially better. But, you know, I practiced. I kept practicing on my dime more and got better. I made better tops and corrected them. Even though they were okay, you got to understand, these tops were going into marketable locations because you know why? I want to be better. Once you do a wild top, think about where it's going. You know, do the people like to entertain? Kitchens are the command center of anyone's home nowadays. Major decisions are made there. The kids do their homework and eat there. A lot of things are done. Coffee in the morning. The kitchens are the command center. Now, with concrete, I found another market. Sometimes people don't want all their friends in their house anymore. They throw them outside in the backyard around the outdoor kitchen. And what material's great for outside? Concrete. See where I'm going with this? Once you start practicing, you could transform your craft into tap into all kinds of markets. But you gotta talk to the people. Don't rent a cheesy ad in a magazine saying I do concrete. You gotta tap into, help them understand what it is you do, and they'll appreciate the value of your craft. Got it? Once I combined my training and designs into my craft and felt confident about the quality, procedures, and profit margins, I was locked and loaded. I got an abundance of attention, though, that excited me like this kid in a candy store. But if you eat all the friggin' candy, you're going to be sick. That's what I did. But I was just like, yeah, I love it in this candy store because the abundance of attention. Everyone was calling me, whoa, I love that, blah, blah, blah. You know, I end up going on HGTV, Container Homes. In other episodes in this business boot camp, Mr. Gene Shop Talk thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be producing a lot of content. And I'm going to talk to you because once you start doing good projects, I guarantee you're going to get an abundance of attention. And I want to give you a little experience about should you get offered to do a TV show. I know it sounds exciting, but I just want to explain to you what to watch out for, and there is going to be a golden contract involved. Even if you're deciding to contribute your labor, even if you're deciding to give away your material for free, there's still contractual procedures. There's deadlines, there's times, there's changes they get to make, but you can't. I just want to teach you these things.
Hi, I'm Dr. Anna Marie. We're here at the Orlando Home Show, of course, in Central Florida. And guess what I found? Our kitchen guru, Rick Cacovello from Central Kitchen and Bath. Rick, I'm loving this countertop.
Isn't this cool?
Is this from Gene McDonald or?
This is from Gene.
Right. Awesome.
And he did, we challenged him. My designers challenged him with this top, and he said thanks for the challenge because he had fun doing it.
Well, everybody's coming up here going, it's stone, but it is.
No, it's not. It's as hard as stone. You can hit this with a hammer and it won't break. But this is 100% recycled paper.
I love it.
Okay?
I love it.
Post-consumer paper, which means
this
that
nice cutaway right here. See this camera guy? Awesome.
It is.
Post-consumer.
Post-consumer, and which means that it's not post-industrial waste. It is consumer waste, recycled paper.
How durable is it?
You can hit this with a hammer and it's not going to break, which just floors me. You hit granite with a hammer, it's cracking, it's breaking, anything like that. This thing here, Gene showed me. He took a hammer and he whacked it. I didn't believe him, and sure enough,
this might have
there
to
was
kind
no
of go
mark.
into the tack room, or can't we find something for this at Terraford? But I love this
We can take this and put it on the wall because it's truly a piece of art.
It's a piece of art. Now we're not doing. I'm sorry.
The inside of this is curia wood, which is a beautiful product. And if you noticed, it's
I thought it was bamboo.
It's mostly stalks.
Yeah.
It's stalks, and this is also a very green product. It's they do something to, and of course Gene could talk to you about this better, but people with allergies and whatnot use this product, and then after it's used, then it is recycled to put into these countertops. It's great stuff.
Any, in a sense of formaldehyde, everything is basically 100%. I think
there are no added volatile compounds at all, and the dye that they use for this is 100% organic.
All right, this might have to disappear after the show. This might disappear after the show.
Yeah.
But I have it hours behind the desk with drawings, meetings, construction, dusts, going back and forth with ideas, and
the whole build-up part it was hard to envision what we were going to look like when we were done, but boy, this is just way beyond expectations.
And you know what? I believe you actually reached all my goals too. I wanted a healthy kitchen, I wanted a green kitchen, and I think you did a pretty good job.
The coconut palm is just one of my favorite stories because these are coconut-bearing trees from the farms that used to be burned or put in a landfill, and that was the end of what they did. Now they're taking those trees and turning them into these beautiful products. It can be furniture, cabinetry. There's a whole wide range of product that comes from these trees that used to be destroyed. And that is recycling. 1,800
ale bottles and medicine bottles and apple juice bottles are on this are in this countertop in the center island. And the nice thing about the Vetrazzo is you can walk through. It's a great conversational piece. There are several companies out there that do recycled glass, but I like the big chunks of glass.
And every finish or color of Vetrazzo has a story to it, which is such a neat thing.
Hey, Gene, I found this piece of paper. It looks like the back of a beer bottle. Is that a Corona label?
Yes, not that I'm the expert on beer bottle labels, but yes, that is Corona. That's the O, the Old English type letters they use. And it's not that Vetrazzo doesn't sanitize and scrape off the labels of beer bottles. It's just that some bottles are silkscreen.
Green interior artist Gene McDonald worked closely with Rick when it came to fabricating our countertops.
I happen to be a master fabricator of Vetrazzo because I love it. Not that I just sold so many slabs, just that I loved working with it. But then when I found out the countertop's properties, I really wanted a part of this material. It's concrete-based, petroleum-free, doesn't off-gas, recycled glass, but recycled glass from actually connected to curbside recycling. Now, a social aspect of eco-friendly happens too. It's providing jobs. People have to pick up this glass from people's houses. People have to clean it, sanitize it. So it's providing jobs, American-based glass that's actually used. Because a lot of people say, oh, I just throw my glass away. Let me tell you something. There is no away.
It needs to go somewhere eventually. So to turn what you might call garbage into beautiful works of art and provide jobs, it's a double winner. Not only does it look good, think how many families were able to have dinner because we purchased Vetrazzo. Just think of that. That's one aspect of it. Now you're in your house, sealed, proper house. You don't want no off-gassing, formaldehyde, various other chemicals that I can't even pronounce.
And even the Eco Glass, the recycled glass tiles on our backsplash wall and center islands are not emitting VOCs into our home's indoor air. To bring this recycled glass to light, we incorporated the latest LED accent lights.
I did a couple other TV shows, some got canceled. I also have experience with doing pilots for these 2 separate TV shows. 2. Yeah, I did a whole 2 pilots, not 1, 2, only to find out after the work from the production crew who worked their asses off completing the series, the network canceled us. I felt like the kid that doesn't get picked on America's Got Talent or something. I just picked my butt up and walked off. But yes, I know. I should have learned the first time. Guess what? I said yes again. All right, I'll do it again. But that's some experience you may want to know about should you get the opportunity.
That kitchen really gives people an inspiration. In fact, it is important to recycle. It's a good thing.
That's what I liked, and we helped what you did. We helped the designers, all the designers, builders, and everyone that's here getting the CEU credits. They now know what to say. The demolition glass, a story in every surface. I was listening to them, how they're going to, because they all got clients.
Yeah.
And the problem is most people go, oh, it's recycled. Why does it cost so much? Think of this. We're providing jobs. The curbside recycling, the grinding of the glass, the sanitizing, the preparation. And then really I always tell people cheap is really expensive in the long run. Because even if you put today's top popular material and you could wear a gas mask around it, you'll bite the bullet. Just think about the long term, 5 years from now. Will it be in style or are you going to have to change it out again? If you're going to remodel your house, let's think like that. And have a house that's beautiful, not just today, but 5 years from now. Will it still be in style as well as healthy? Let's think about healthy.
And we did coconut palm, we did bamboo, we did the Vetrazzo. But if you want to learn more of the awesome products, materials that Green Artist Gene is working with,
This is just like my first episode. I'm trying out, getting familiar. I might not pronounce words properly. If that really offends you, how about this? Just go listen to somebody else, dude. I'm just trying to get content out, and I hope you can decipher what it is I'm trying to say to help you, okay? I'm going to do everything I can to help you. Just watch out for thoughtless enthusiasm. Wow, I'm really impressed. Dang, you watched that whole video? Thank you. I too learned a lot more of people and things that I consider bad examples than I did off the good examples. So I think why you probably could identify to me in my video was so you don't make the dumbass mistakes I made in business in my life. Now in this question answer type thing, I know I brought up treasure mapping, and I really respect that, and I might not answer too much on that because I don't know what Billy Bob is scheduling it for. I think it's the 5th video. I got you, Mr. James. Make a video business plan, GPS, and treasure mapping thing, and then we woosah it all up. Because I'm not saying it's better than everybody else, but it worked for me. I'm in the creative trade industry, so it really, really helped me. Creatives and artists and skilled craftsmen, we kind of think different than the average person. So maybe this might help you. Who knows? I am going to limit my answers. I'm going to limit my answers though on that. And I also am not embarrassed to tell you I don't know the answer. A time in my life I'd be like, oh, I'd probably bullshit you to say the answer, but that's not me. That's not me anymore. And while you're in this zone too about thinking starting a business, I touch on it in another video. Maybe consult with an attorney if you're having trouble making good quoting forms, contractual forms. For people like us in the trade industry, it might be different than like a baker's contract. Get the wording right, because should something go wrong in your business and you have to meet the legal community, let's just say they only pay attention to the black part of the contract, not the white part. Doesn't mean what you meant. It doesn't matter what you said. It's what's in the black part of a contract, the writing. That's what matters. So get somebody to help you, consult with them. You can even do it sometimes a la carte. Hey, Mr. or Mrs. Lawyer, can you just write me a good contract form to protect myself, please? And it's very worth it, okay? Also, you see, I do a lot of wild type projects. Today, I want to stay drama free because I operate on a proper business plan that's up to date. A business plan is not a loan application so you can get money. There I go. I'm wrong. Yes, it is for some, but not for people like me, and I don't know if it's for people like you. Follow that thing, okay? The reason I really don't want to talk too much about treasure mapping, because my treasure map is a little animated and I want to go over with you. It really is similar to Indiana Jones type sceneries and things like that. I actually do have alligator bits I get caught in. I have a bunch of burnt bridges I can't cross over, so I got to figure out another way. I actually have to run through jungles and dodge things, and then I see a cliff, I have to jump off the cliff. And if you're like me, we probably jump off a cliff a lot of times in our life, and then we're like, oh shit, then we got to figure out how to come up with a parachute and build a plane before we hit. That's us. That's why we, as together as a team, can kind of be better together. So that's why I went on and on about, I might not be able to answer the question because I'm getting better too. I still work. I got a job out there drying, so I quick ran in here to talk to you or something, because I want to be better. But I look forward to the questions.
So do
and my next video, Be Better Too, Fighters and Side Hustles, it is geared to those in the fighting industry, the fighting arts, like MMA, boxing, things like that. Not too much wrestling, not into that thing, but you might be, and then you can just see like how I went to events by just doing little centerpieces I made out of some scraps, my leftover materials, throwing them in the dumpster, kind of recycle that into little cool items, and then when you go to these events, people like, what's that made out of? They could trigger something and get you more work and things like that. But you'll learn that in the next video. And if boxing or MMA ain't your thing, I know I also bring up how to make little doggy feeders, toilet seats, football, baseball items, just to help you make a little money. If you're not skilled on saws and things like that, try to, in the meantime, why don't you, take up a little course on how to understand basic woodworking, like, skill saw, table saw, drills, things like that. And if you can't cut, maybe you go to a local cabinet shop and ask for the scraps. Say, cut them in 12 by 12, and then you do all the craft. But then it doesn't matter how badass you are at your craft. If you can't sell these things and get money and pay your bills, you're not going to be able to do your craft anyway. So you really got to get into that business thing so you could continue doing what you love, or else you got to go back to that place where you obviously didn't like. That's why you clicked on here, and I don't want to see that for you. I want you to be better. And again, your future self is dependent on you right now. And I do. I'm weird like that. If you make something, hit me up, man. Say, again, I made this. The glass didn't stick right. I'm here to help, man. Only on YouTube, though. Don't be calling me to come to your house and show you how to do things. You're going to have to pay me some guitas for that, all right? But while we're on YouTube, I have no problem doing that, all right? I want you to be better. But this next video is pretty cool. Check it out. Get better. All right? See you on the next one. Love you guys.